This is awesome. Welcome to Coffee with Malcolm. I do have coffee. I am driving down the road, and I'm headed to another day of training with the United States Postal Service. Yay, stamps. Just wanted to kind of pop in for a few minutes, do my little thing here with you guys. I'm glad you're joining me. If you're watching this later on, I hope you've had a good day so far. So it's Wednesday. What is this? The 7th or 8th? I don't know. But anywho, like I said, we're headed to training. I do have a cup of coffee. Yesterday I went through a drive-through and I got coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, which was just really watered down and disappointing. But today I have a cup of coffee from Burger King because I went through and got a biscuit there on the way in. So we'll give it a try as soon as it drops below the temperature of boiling. And I don't know what it is. These fast food restaurants, these places with their insanely hot coffee, burn the lips off a chicken. Yeah, pretty damn hot. A little bit earlier than usual, but that's okay. I was listening to the news. Oh, fun fact. It came across the radio this day in history back in 92. President Bush at the time in 92 vomited on the Prime Minister of Japan. I didn't know that. A U.S. president vomited on somebody else. Enzy, what's going on, man? I know, burn the lips off a chicken. It's a stupid saying. That's how hot it is. It's so hot, it has burned the lips of every chicken ever. But I don't know. I think it's true. It's just something the DJ said over the radio. Fun fact for this day in history. I never knew that. I wonder if there's got to be footage of that on YouTube or somewhere of President Bush vomiting on the Japanese Prime Minister. We got to find that. We got to find that and and watch it. Oh man. Do you remember the incident? Yeah, that was that day that all the chickens lost their lips. Yeah, sad day in history. Fighting good old Atlanta traffic. I'm probably being laughed at, people who live in LA and New York, when I say Atlanta traffic is bad. But I live in a smaller town, so traffic is just like, whatever. Come on, you can go through, you can cut in front of me. Hell, we'll wait for you. Maybe a honked horn here and there. But Atlanta's totally different than that, and I find it aggravating. No, he didn't puke in Japan. I don't know where it was. Maybe it was in Japan. I don't know. But he puked on the Prime Minister of Japan. That's what they said on the radio as a fun fact of this day in history. Mad Magazine. Oh, I love Mad Magazine. I haven't seen a Mad Magazine in a while. Jeez, I used to have subscriptions to Mad Magazine. I was if you ever read Mad Magazine and know about Mad Magazine, it's just silly and ludicrous type stuff. They make fun and satire of everything going on in the world, and especially entertainment, things like that. But I wrote a letter with the subscription note, the envelope. I put it in the envelope, and I put cash. I think it was like this it was only like $6 to get a half-year subscription or something like that. And in the note I put, you want to see how mad I am about Mad TV? I'm putting cash in this envelope instead of a check to get my subscription. And it was a little over. I think it was like maybe $7 and it was like $6.88. I wasn't worried about maybe 12 cents change or some garbage like that. But no, I got my subscription. They didn't send me any note back or anything like that. But I got 6 months subscription that way. So yeah, that's how I got one time. And if you ever read Mad Magazine, you'll see people will decorate their envelopes, if they even use envelopes anymore, to mail things to Mad Magazine. I know they used to a lot. They would showcase people's artwork that they would put on envelopes and mail to Mad Magazine, which I thought was pretty cool. Even before I was with the post office, I thought that was kind of neat. And yeah, but I don't, you know, for me being that one oddball that actually sent a letter in, and with cash. Let's see here. They made fun of Bush that, yeah. Hey, literal, what's going on? Can you be a mod? You gotta earn your stripes, bro. Gotta earn your stripes to be a mod. Let me get this. I'm not super familiar with the road I'm on, and I gotta see about getting to my destination. That's where I want to go. It wouldn't let me do it while I'm rolling down the road because of safety and stuff, right? Don't hurt yourself. But I'm on the right path. Yeah, I'm on the right road. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Get the map pulled up on the old screen there. Let's go. 7:15, 26 degrees outside. Super cold. The classroom yesterday was hot, insanely hot. I'm sitting there, I had a little sweater on, and because the day before it was chilly in there, so I thought I want to be comfortable, wear a sweater. Got in there, sitting there throughout the day, and it was just, I wasn't in the 30 minutes, I had to take the sweater off. I'm like, man, it's hot in here. And I got to thinking, am I coming down with something? Am I sick? I'm looking around, people are starting to shed their jackets and stuff too. So around lunch, I finally found the thermostat behind a door. It was 77 degrees in the classroom. I was like, this is stupid. And it wouldn't let us, it was locked. You had to have a passcode or something to change it. And the sun was shining in through the windows. It was just hot in there. People were going outside on their little break just to cool down, you know? And it got up to 80 degrees in that room by the time we finished the class that day. 80 degrees. It was hot in there. When you're just sitting in a classroom, you know, it's not like being out in the sun, of course, in the summertime, but you shouldn't be 80 degrees in the classrooms, winter or summer. That's insane. You've been here since day one? I didn't know that. Did you change your name? Your username? Literal trash. Well, I'm driving right now, sir. So maybe we can, if I come on at lunch again, I may do lunch again today, and I can put you as a mod then. We'll see. We'll see. You know, you got people like Wesley, it's here all the time, and I'm not saying you have to be here all the time to be a mod, but I don't want to have a channel just full of mods. You know what I'm saying? I want to have just a select few people that are here often and that won't go crazy muting people and putting people in timeout. So, but yeah, don't change your username again. Hopefully I'll remember you next time, and maybe I can make you a mod then. How's that sound? So, I haven't tried this Burger King coffee. Let's see if I can actually take a sip of it here. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Yeah. It'll do. I've had gas station coffee better than that. I don't know. It's like you have to go to Starbucks or one of these major places to get a strong cup of coffee. And then I was telling people in the classroom, you know, like, they have a little coffee pot. This is a little cheap $5 coffee pot. Every time you try to pour a cup, it spills coffee everywhere. It's the cheapest piece of garbage you could ever buy for a coffee pot. And I'm pouring myself a cup, and they're like, "You're not gonna put anything in it?" I was like, "No, I drink mine black." And they're all looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're just filling their cup up with sugar and creamer and just like splashing some coffee in it. I'm like, that is ridiculous. Who's got the big comment on there? I can't read it right now. I'm driving. I'll end up crashing and burning. My car will burst into flames, and you'll watch me die on camera. We don't want to do that, do we? There's somebody's Christmas light still up. You think they'll leave them up all year? Be those people that leave their lights on the house all year long. They won't be turned on all year, but they'll leave them strapped up to the house, never take them down. Big question. Life after the grave. Life is too short. Not crazy about Muhammad. So, but more power to you. You have the right to believe what you want to believe, but you don't have to be a refugee. Tom Petty. You believe what you want to believe, but you don't have to live like a refugee. Now that song's going to be stuck in your head, if you know the song. And my horrible singing. And Tom Petty would be like, dude, stop singing. I got this. Oh, man. Yeah, do a little research. Why is it dark? Because it is 7:20 in the morning. And sunrise isn't until like 7:30. So by the time I get to my destination, the sun will be coming up here in the next 10-15 minutes. And it won't be dark. And I'm driving. So dark is in Japan. He's on here every once in a while. I can't play the radio because they'll copyright my stream, which is ridiculous. It's not like I'm making millions of copies of these streams and stuff like that. But anyway, I did a little video of a raccoon getting into my trash can in the shed, and I thought I was using some royalty-free music in the background, little instrumental music. They copyrighted the whole thing. It was a short video. I'm not too worried about it, but I was like, damn, they are on it. YouTube didn't waste any time. Within like 20 minutes of me posting that video, I got a notification that it was copyrighted. And it was just like this little circus, you know, type thing in the background. And yeah, they copyrighted the video. The shorts I'm not too worried about, because I'm not going to get 3 million views on my shorts in 90 days. That's one of the criteria for YouTube. It's crazy. I mean, I don't think I'm ever capable of making a short that's going to help me go viral and go 3 million views. I'm doing pretty good on my watch hours, though. I'm up to 2,400. The goal is 3,000. So if you guys watch some of my videos throughout the day, or let them play in the background, not the playlist, you have to select on the actual video. That'll help out a little bit, and we'll get to that 3,000 mark. That's our first goal, and then the next goal will be 4,000 hours. Got a lot of construction through here. I was coming down through this same road a couple years ago for another class, and there was nothing out here. You got buildings popping up everywhere. I guess that's good for business, right? The area is growing. So what are your thoughts about taking over Greenland? And renaming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America? Oh my gosh. You just leave stuff alone. Why do you want to change the Gulf of Mexico? Imagine being a kid in school, learning geography, and you're like 2nd grade or something like that. All right, kids, it's no longer the Gulf of Mexico. So when you take your test, make sure you put down Gulf of America. Oh, come on, guy. This guy's going like, just creeping along down the road. We got places to go, dude. You're in Atlanta. Start moving. You're hearing me not use my blinker, and this Subaru's like, you're crossing the line. Beep, beep, beep. You're crossing the line. Beep, beep, beep. This car has a lot of safety features, and it has the cameras on the windshield here to help stop the car if something, breaks in front of me, if I'm not paying attention. It gets mad at me if I cross over the lines in traffic and I don't use my blinker. It has a sensor in the dash that if I don't look at traffic, it will flash stuff on the screen that says, pay attention to the road. It has a lot of safety features in there. It does not like you to look around. Well, in the seat belt, if you don't put a seat belt on, it'll do the little ding, ding. But then about 10 seconds and you still don't put it, it goes ding, 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 seat belt. It doesn't scream the word seat belt, but it does get loud and obnoxious if you don't put a seat belt on. Rachel does that sometimes. We'll get in the car. I buckle up instinctively every time. I don't think anything about it before I even start the car. It's just habit. And we'll be going backing out of the driveway, start going down the road, and this car's just like ding, 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 loud as can be. And I'm just, thinking to myself, and I look at her, I was like, you gonna put on your seatbelt? Is that not annoying to you? Oh, it doesn't even bother me. I was like, would you please put on your seatbelt? Or lift your butt off the seat so it doesn't know you're there. Sit the floorboard if you're not going to wear your seatbelt. That way the car doesn't ding at us. Yeah, got a school bus. You'd be surprised how many people fly past stopped school buses too. They got the little cameras on the side of the buses here in Atlanta so they can get your tag number and stuff like that if you go past it when they're stopped. I'm going to my job. Yeah, I have to go to this training. I have to go to this other office in Atlanta, and I'm in a classroom all week long doing training. So, hey, Ray. I'm not tired. No. It's 7:20 in the morning here. I just woke up. I woke up at 5:30 this morning. One of the cats decided it wanted to play at 5 o'clock this morning, one of the kittens, and made all kinds of noise. Man, there's like 30 kids getting on this bus, and all of them are just standing there. All right, they're moving. Strange. There's still like that bus. There's still like 10 more kids there waiting to get. I guess another bus comes for them. I don't know. I don't have kids getting on a bus, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Just make sure I don't hit any kids, right? That'd be bad for my live stream as well. Kid bouncing over the hood of the car into the windshield. That'd be bad. That'd be bad in any circumstance, YouTube or not. Let's turn it here. This guy behind me is going to get mad because I didn't brake soon enough. See, look, sun's coming up. Sun's coming up. Our morning is getting brighter and brighter by the moment. Isn't that wonderful? And we'll be stopped here in a minute, and we can talk. I can read your chats here in about 2 minutes when I park, and we can chat for about 15 minutes before I have to go inside. One of the instructors is like, if you need to be here all the time, blah, 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 really strict. I can't, I'm not going to put up with you guys being late to class and coming back from break and preaching at us like we're a bunch of kids. So we don't want to make him upset. Oh man, that's some double parking in that truck. I saw a, I don't know, Facebook, whatever. I don't know what it was. But anyway, saw somebody tore a page out of a coloring book and would go around and put pages of coloring books under people's windshield and say, kids learn to stay in the lines with these pieces of paper. Maybe you can learn how to park. And, no, bro, that guy who's driving car, I'm driving the car. Or I was anyway. Are you talking about me being crazy? I'm a little crazy. I'm a morning person. I like my coffee. We're here in the parking lot. Like I said, I got a few minutes before I have to go inside. It's all good. I've been tempted to do that. Get a coloring book for kids and tear a sheet out and say maybe this will help you learn how to stay in the lines. Those people that park their cars over the line because they don't want anybody parking next to their car and all this other stuff. I don't know if you guys have that problem in other places, but here in the States, I mean, I like my car. I don't want people banging into my car either. But geez, I'm not going to double park, you know? I'll park down the parking lot and get away from everybody and walk. I'm not afraid to walk to the store where I'm going. Did I sleep in the car? No, I didn't sleep in the car. My drive was like an hour and 15 minutes. And, yeah, I normally get on around 7:15. And, I was at a red light. I was able to log into YouTube Live, do my little morning stream. So normally, I'm not driving the whole time. I'm focused on the camera. We can have an engaging conversation. I haven't done the poll today because I was driving. We'll pop in the poll here so everybody can, let's see here. I'm typing for just a moment. And doop. There we go. So we got our poll in there. And I was going to ask this question. You guys noticed in the news how many earthquakes are going on around the world right now? Like the past few weeks? All these like 7 magnitude earthquakes. There's been like 4 or 5 of them over the past few weeks around the world. The whole world's just shifting, you know? You drink coffee in the morning because you're afraid you'll have to poop in the car. Well, you know, that is a problem. You could do like astronauts do and wear a big diaper and just keep on rolling down the road, my friend. I drink coffee all day, every day, and have for years and years. I don't really have that issue when it comes to drinking coffee. I don't know. Some people do. Some people drink coffee just for that reason. So, no worries here. Yeah, get you a big diaper. Or if you got an old car, you can modify the seat and just let it ride down the road and keep on rolling. Be like a toilet seat in your car and just let it go. Woo! The more the earth will quake. I don't know. You're from the UK, but you live in... That's right. Dark's from the UK, but lives in Japan, which I find interesting. It's not horrible coffee, but it's not that great either. Like I said, kind of watered down. That local coffee shop in my town makes a really good cup of coffee, but they make it fresh, and it's locally roasted beans and things like that. In the evening time, dark. Oh man. The Brits get all over the world. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, you were all over the world, conquering the world at one time, right? Now you just go there to live and hang out. Exact, Malt. That's what I was thinking, Malt. Make it, why not? It'd be kind of nasty underneath your car, and the people behind you may get pissed, especially if you're rolling down doing 55 miles per hour or something like that, and you just let one fly. But it would have to be a bidet, and this is getting disgusting conversation, to rinse you off when you're done. You wouldn't have the ability to wipe. So yeah, that's another problem you'd have to figure out. Go ahead, Malt. You do the analysis and engineering of that and get back to me. And you might be onto something, Malt. Never know. When you gotta go. Can you imagine how nasty that would be? That's insane. Poo driving. I know, right? Just, oh man. But there are some sketchy bathrooms if you're traveling and you go to like rest stops or restaurants and you're like, damn, you know, I'd rather be at home. I don't like public restrooms that much. But sometimes you can't help it. That's just, I don't even know how we got on that subject. Somebody's riding a motorcycle and it's 26 degrees outside. I know, right? Some public restrooms are insane. Insane. Gosh. And now Ray's getting in on it. Home Depot bathrooms are top tier. Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you that Lowe's isn't that great. Hey, Terry, from Wisconsin. What's the temperature up in Wisconsin? It's 26 in Georgia, and I'm complaining. Let's see how good I've got it in Georgia when Terry tells me what the temperature is where he is. Or she is, I mean. Gosh, I don't know. I'm ready for spring. Always am ready for spring. The wildfires are crazy. Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 of them going on. 11 degrees. See, that I should not be complaining, right? It could be 11 degrees. You got wildfire. The wildfires happen all the time, though. So it's kind of, okay, they got wildfires again, Big trucker dude making big more use. There's disgusting where they do. Yeah, I'm not even going to go there. Not in Georgia. No earthquakes here in Georgia. Not transgender. It's not the transgender thing. It's still some people want to be called he or she because they are a he or she. And some people's usernames don't make it easy to discern which is which. Oh, you're 16? That's right, Dark. I don't condone people under the age of 18 being on my channel. Just saying, if anything happens. Finally got snow in Pennsylvania. This whole place would shut down. With 1 inch of snow, Atlanta would completely shut down. To be like, stay at home. There was 10, 15 years ago. I don't know how long ago it was. I had to drive from Georgia up to Tennessee. The northeastern part of Tennessee, which is mountainous. It's up by North Carolina. And I had to be there for one of my Army things that weekend. So I left the day before Friday. What would normally take me 4 hours to get there took over 8 hours for me to drive there because of all the snow and ice on the road. And I was in my little pickup truck, 2-wheel drive pickup truck, drove 8 hours to get there. Almost crashed a few times on the way. And when I got there, people who lived close by didn't even show up. Oh, my driveway has a little ice on it. I can't make it. I was like one of the very few people who actually showed up that day. And I was pissed. I was like, I drove 8 hours to get here, and you're 8 minutes down the road. I said, let's get in some trucks, go down there and pick them up. And then the commander was like, we're not taking military vehicles out on the road and having an accident with that. And they let me go home Sunday early and stuff like that for the weekend thing. But I was upset. Retired in 2005. Engineering student in the Navy. That's cool. I've never been on a big boat. I've been on little boats and lakes and stuff, but like those ships and things. I've never been on a cruise ship, none of that kind of stuff either. I can't imagine what it's like. I'm sure it's strange. I guess when they're that big, you don't really feel the waves as much as you would in a smaller boat. You're not getting tossed around as much. My sister was in the Navy, and she never got on a boat one time. Why are you mad at your post office, Terry? Maybe I can help you out. Makes how that much steel floats. Cruise ships are just party boats, honestly, right? Not that phone. Let's see here. Here's my official post office phone. check my email. Bloop, bloop. So why are you mad at the post office? Maybe I can help you out. Cruise ships are fun. I don't know. Now, the videos I've seen on there are just, they're big party boats. People getting drunk and I don't know, it'd be obnoxious. I don't think I could go on a cruise ship. Drunk tanks. Oh, no delivery for 2 days and the roads aren't that bad. And you, in Kentucky, huh? Do you typically get ice and snow in Kentucky? Is it like a once in a few year type thing, or does this happen every winter, all winter, every winter? You vomit on this ship because of the waves. Now, I know that there are protocols and things for post office delivery. When it comes to icy and snowy condition, we have a catalog, online catalog, where we can order supplies for the post office. Everything from pencils and paper to snow chains on the vehicles that the people drive to deliver the mail. So, not sure why they're not delivering for 2 or 3 days. And tomorrow is a National Day of Mourning in the United States for President Carter. Post office is going to be closed tomorrow. They are not running mail. So you're not probably going to get mail till Friday or Saturday at best now. Mostly, I know for sure. Yeah. Even if this... Now, Wesley, we'll go about this postal stuff for a few minutes before I have to go inside. Even if the person got sick and couldn't make it, they have substitute carriers that would come in and run the route, because the mail has to be delivered every day. And if they don't deliver it, it's called delay of mail. And it's not in anybody's best interest to delay the mail. One, we're supposed to deliver it like we're supposed to anyway. But two, it just builds up. It compounds day after day. You're going to have mountains of mail and packages if you don't deliver it. It's a complete backfire if you don't deliver the mail one day. So, and they emphasize this so much. Everything's got to go out every day. But, you know, like when I heard Canada went on mail strike, that was just bizarre to me. We can't go, the post office can't go on strike. It's part of the union thing. We can't strike. But, yeah, the first thing I thought of was like all that mail is going to build up and they're going to have to deliver it at some point. And it's just going to be mountains of stuff. Too lazy to deliver mail here. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I mean, there are avenues you can take. You can do an online customer service inquiry. I know in Georgia, they're really focused on those, getting back to the customer and finding a solution within 3 days. You got informed delivery, so it shows up on your email. Yep. Well, on those emails that you get, there is supposed to be an option at the bottom of the email where you can go in and check mark each piece that you didn't receive and report that through the email. Now, the plant managers and things like that, they have these spreadsheets and stuff, and they get statistics on people saying they didn't get certain pieces of mail, and they track that. They're supposed to track that for their numbers and stuff, or, you know. So, I don't know. A P.O. box, that's good. They'll sub in like dark. You don't have to keep telling them. My email is CoffeeWithMalcolm@gmail.com. If you email me a tracking number or your office number or your office zip code, I can attempt to correspond with them, see what's going on, maybe give you some feedback. And I don't mind doing that for you. It's a national system. I can email any post office in the United States with my post office email and track packages and mail. There's not really a way to track letters, but packages have tracking numbers and, you know, ways to track. And if they're having issues, I might be able to relay the information back to you, Terry, and say, okay, this is what's going on at your local office. and they say they're going to get it done by this day or whatever the case may be. But my email's in the description of the video, so you can shoot me an email. I'll check it out while I'm in class. We get breaks and stuff like that. So I'll see what I can do. All right, Dark. Have a good night, man. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, I'll work at the post office. You guys can shoot me post office questions anytime you want. I don't mind. It's part of the job, you know. I'm on the clock. I have time. I can check emails and things like that. Might already be doing that in the Matrix. All these earthquakes strange. Now, some people say 62% earthquakes, recent earthquakes are kind of strange. 38 said no. I don't know. It just seems to me that it's been in the news a lot more recently. The big earthquakes. I know that little earthquakes happen all the time around the globe. That's not the thing, but like these major ones been happening. I don't know the exact locations. The most recent one is in Tibet, and the Chinese officials are trying to get supplies and rescue people up there to dig people out of the rubble and things like that. So hopefully they'll be able to find people. And it's supposed to be super freezing cold there too. My time is good. It's a 5-minute walk to class, and I've got 15 minutes, so we're good. Only because they're going to be like birth pains. I'm missing what Wesley's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. Not bad. I'll go inside. I'll make a pot of coffee. It'll be a little bit stronger. I'll use this cup pretty much all day. You know, I have a complaint from my local trash people, the city where I live in. I put my trash can out there, and I had a box of some stuff beside it because the trash can itself was full. I've done this multiple times before. No problem. They grab it, they throw it in the truck, and they drive off. It wasn't recycled stuff. It was a box of some other random crap. We're kind of cleaning out some areas. And they didn't take it. They took the trash can. It has a little arm in the back, kind of lifts it for them, dumps it in the back of the garbage truck. He throws it on the side of the road again. But he knocks my box over with all the stuff in it. It had handles. I had cut handles on the side of the box so I could carry it to the street. It was not heavy. Dude didn't even try to pick it up and toss it. Now I got to put it in the back of my truck. And I got to haul it to the transfer station. And oh, the return of who? Well, that's maybe so. I don't know. The end times are near. There was some guy on the side of the road the other day that Monday, I think I was driving back home from here. And he had his big sign out there. He's like, your redemption is near or something like that. And he had some Bible verse on his board. And he wasn't like screaming. He was just holding it. Big board, just waving at people, smiling. Let people read the sign. But, you know, he wasn't hurting anybody. He can do what he wants to do, you know. Well, Tibet should be its own country. It was at one time. He's spreading good news. He's not hurting anybody. You're right, Wesley. No, I'm not worried about it at all. I just have I'm reading different verses from different books. But, anywho. I won't get into that too much. Oh, this phone has no internet. This phone right here has no internet on it. I use it for the camera, and if I do like a hotspot on this phone, it'll pick up and it'll do it. It has no internet, no signal right now. No signal right now. There's nothing, just dead. Because there's no service for this phone. Yet, at the same time, it will give me weather updates where I am, and of course the time, which is Not a big deal. But it'll update the weather in my location. Now, if I unlock the phone and go to it, it'll say there's no internet connection, can't provide you that information. But the lock screen, now if music's playing, it has a feature where the Pixel phones will listen to music all the time. It'll tell you the artist at the bottom on the lock screen. And it'll do that driving down the road too, with no internet connection, right? But Google is always listening. And yeah, it's telling me the current weather, temperature and stuff for where I am. I'm supposed to get to 45 today. And if I click on it, it won't say anything else. It'll say no internet connection. Loading data, no data available. But on the lock screen, it'll tell me. They're always listening. Google is always listening. Don't be fooled. We're going to annex Canada. Oh my gosh, we're taking over Canada as the 51st state. Greenland's going to be the 52nd state. Oh my gosh. But we don't want to take Puerto Rico, even though it's a U.S. territory. We don't want to make them a 51st state. I mean, if we're taking over stuff and we're naming the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America, we might as well take Puerto Rico as well. Right? The Dalai Lama, exactly, in Tibet. They weren't hurting anybody. They're minding their own business. Why did China have to go in there and mess with them? Yeah, Puerto Rico is a mess. Trump towers for everyone. Everybody gets a golden tower, golden gilded tower. That would be obnoxious. I like seeing different buildings and different designs. They said that that guy that blew himself up in the Tesla truck in front of the Trump Tower in Vegas was like some 37-year-old Army Green Beret veteran. So what's with all these veterans all of a sudden doing these terrorist attacks and blowing themselves up for the name of, with ISIS flags on their truck and stuff like that? What's going on, people? That goes against everything. When you sign up for the military, you're there to protect the Constitution and defend against enemies, foreign and domestic. And here you are being a domestic enemy after being... it's that story about mental illness and people not recognizing it or doing anything about it. I don't know. It's just bizarre to me. Being a Green Beret, you know that guy had seen a lot of stuff in his day. Been all over the world multiple times, I'm sure. And then he just kills him. He committed suicide in the vehicle and blew all that stuff up. And he said that he was using ChatGPT to get information on how to make bombs, how to fuse them, and all this other stuff, materials, how to access materials and how to make it. And he was using AI. Yeah. It's messed up. It's a sad story when anybody commits suicide, really. But, and I've had thoughts of that in the past. I'm just being honest. And the argument that I would have is if I knocked myself out, I'm not encouraging this. I'm not wanting anybody to commit suicide. Put that on the table. But if I wanted to go, why is it anybody else's business? That was my thought process. If I decided to decide my time had ended, and why is it anybody else's business? Why is anybody else so concerned about me? I'm not, I don't feel like I'm that big of a contribution to society or leaving a legacy behind. I'm not curing cancer or finding the holy grail of free energy or anything like that. I'm selling stamps and I'm doing YouTube videos. So, I don't, anyway, I don't think I'd be missed that much. That's my 2 cents on that. Anyway, I got to go inside. It's class time. Glad you guys watched and hung out with me. I'll be on again tomorrow morning. So, you're right, Wesley. Like, subscribe, share the videos, watch some other ones. I've got some shorts, some skits in there you might like and enjoy. Have a great day. Compliment a stranger. Look for me again tomorrow. Possibly lunch today. I'm not sure yet. And I will talk to all you guys next time. And my email's in the description if you got any post office questions. Bye, guys. Gotta go.